Okay, y'all. This is just some more information that's coming through from the other side, and I ain't thought about nothing, but I'm just sitting here, and spirits from the other side are trying to come through to tell me what has happened and how they died. Okay, but I'm not going to sit and get the full message right now, but they do want me to put the APB out and let the investigators know who are watching and who are looking into this organized crime. Worldly funeral home needs to be looked into. Okay. Tyreek Taquan Rogers. He was 29. I don't know exactly how he died, and when I heard about it, I thought that it was strange. His mother, Janice Marie Townsend, she died like I was young when she died. Um, there was some poison involved. Um, and it is my knowledge, not my knowledge, what I'm getting from the other side is that Jesse French had something to do with it. With both of them, I know. I if I can, if I believe that I heard her say years ago that she didn't like Janice. Okay. Um, and I know that her and Tyreek were kind of close. Um, I also know that Tyreek and Justin Hammonds had a sexual relationship. Okay, Justin Hammonds is on the down low. He runs around here like he's holier than thou, like he's this straight male, but you will catch him preying on kids. Okay, so he runs around, and like when we were young, he would take us out, but then at some point he stopped taking the girls out, and he would only take the boys out. And I thought that that was strange. And then I know for a fact that him and Tyreek had a sexual relationship, because when Tyreek was living, this was back in like 2010 when I was working at Friendly Check Cashing. Tyreek came up there quite a few times, and this was when Justin was in Kuwait, because he went to Kuwait to work for a couple years, and then he came back. But while he was in Kuwait, before he left to go to Kuwait, him and Tyreek had a sexual relationship, and this is two males. Okay, I don't know how Tyreek died, but I'm hearing there was some poison involved in both of their deaths, and that their deaths need to be looked into. Okay, also Worley Mortuary in the funeral home in Fairmont, North Carolina, they need to be looked into as well. And all this is just hitting my spirit just out of the blue. Um, but I know for a fact that Justin Hammonds is gay. Okay, he likes boys, and that he hides it. There are possibly, I believe Jessie French knows as well. She has shared with me that she knew when me and her, were close. She used to talk to me about stuff. But she did share with me that, Justin would come, because Tyreek was living with her at one point. She did share with me that Justin would come and get Tyreek, and, when Tyreek was there, Justin would be over there a lot. Okay. But when I was working at the check cashing place, Tyreek used to come and pick up money from the check cashing place, and Justin was sending him money. Okay. This is my first time ever saying that out loud. The only people that knew were me, Tyreek, and Justin. Okay. And Justin did, I've seen him like twice gang stalking me. I caught him gang stalking me twice since I've been home. And then there was another time where he just popped up at my house one day. Now, I did not tell him what apartment I lived in. So he had to get my apartment number from someone who knows my apartment number. I know for a fact that Davin Brown knows my apartment number. Takaza Bethay knows my apartment number. Malachi, Craig French's son, knows my apartment number. Matthew Brown, his Antonio and Keithan, his sons, they know my apartment number. I don't know who else in the family knows my apartment number. But I know that Justin had to get my apartment number from someone in my fake family, because he came over here one day, and I think I threw the paper away. I think I threw the paper away. But he left a note, and he was like, "It's Uncle Justin, call me," because I didn't go to the door. This was around the time where me and Davin hadn't too long stopped talking, or it was probably right before it. I think it was right after, a little bit after me, and like I told Davin, don't come back around me, because I picked up on the bullshit energy, and I heard when he was talking to me that he was trying to set me up to go to prison. Like him and Daryl Code, they had formulated a plan. He was trying to get me to go to Daryl Code house, DJ. He was trying to get me to go to DJ house to get some weed, and I was like, nah, I ain't going over there, because I peeped game the last time I was at DJ house that he was on some bullshit. And so that's, when I catch the bullshit, I cut motherfuckers off. But after that day, after Davin left that day, shortly after, I started getting the download and putting everything together. Like, this nigga really trying to set me up, like, for real, and think that I can't see him. And so that's when I sent him a message and let him know, look, I don't trust you no more. Don't come around me no more. I don't fuck with you like that no more. But Justin came over here, and he had to get my apartment number from somebody. But he came over here, and he left a note, and he was like, "It's Uncle Justin, called me." I think he came over here twice. But both times I didn't open my door because I knew that it was, them trying to send somebody else in to try to set me up. I don't know what I did with that piece of paper that he left with his number on it. I think I threw it away, though. But I was like, I'm not calling him. Like, I ain't got no reason to call you. Why you coming to my house? First of all, unannounced. Second of all, on some bullshit. Third of all, you think I can't see you, nigga. I can see you. Because he know that I know that he was sending Tyreek money, and that if a motherfucker look into it, he's possibly tied to Tyreek's death. Him and Jesse French. Tyreek was possibly a human sacrifice that they made. Him and Janice. But I'm just sitting here, and I didn't have no personal relationship with Tyreek or Janice. And I'm just sitting here, and the messages start coming through, and I start thinking about Janice and her death. And I was like, yeah, when I was younger and I was hearing about it, I felt like at that young age that something was off. You know what I'm saying? But I just ignored it or whatever. Because then, like, I used to be scared of my gifts when I was a child, because, I was just scared of them. Like, I was the only one in the family that I knew could see ghosts and, could hear the other side. And, I would see demons on people and, things of that nature. But I used to be scared of my gifts. But, now I've grown into them. But, yeah, I've told y'all also, there have been a couple of celebrities that have, what they do is, I can't explain to y'all how I use my gifts. But what they do is they make themselves known in a way of, like, that's their way of asking me, is it okay for them to come through with a message, okay, so that I can get a message out for them. And I'll be like, yeah, come on through, I invite them in. But yeah, Janice just came through. Tyreek just came through. And there's something strange about both of their deaths. You also need to have Myrtle Rose. I think that's her full name. I don't know her last name, but she is, I don't know if Janice was her sister. I don't know how she's related to Tasha Townsend. But she lives off of West 5th Street here in Lumberton, North Carolina. One of her sons is Troy Bethea, Reginald Bethea, and she got another son too. I can't remember the oldest boy name, but you need to be looking into her too. Also, Mamie is jumping in too. I don't know how Mamie is related to Janice or Murder Rose, but I know I seen her daughter over there that day, the last time I went to Murder Rose's house, and she was trying to plant a gun in my pocketbook. But it didn't go down the way that they thought that it was going to go down. So I know for a fact Murder Rose has participated in organized crime. She was working with the family to try to set me up for something that I didn't do. They was trying to plant a firearm in my purse. And then I know for a fact that Murder Rose has spoken to Crystal Ann Brown, okay? But y'all need to look into that family as well. Look into Janice Marie Townsend, her death. It was years ago. Janice Marie Townsend is Tasha Townsend, Matthew Townsend, and Tyreek Townsend, Shamel Smith, and Tremel Smith. That's their mama, okay? She was married to Kenneth Brown. If I'm not mistaken, she was married to Uncle Boss Man Kenneth Brown years ago, before he was with Julia Rich, who is Crystal Ann Brown's mother. All these names that I have called out, y'all need to have in the investigation, at least look into them, question them about these deaths, about these people, about their relationships, about their dealings with the families together, okay? Because Mamie and her family, Mamie is somehow related to Murder Rose, but my fake family knows Mamie and them. Mamie had a brother that ain't too long passed away, Corey or something like that. So y'all need to look into these deaths, because all of these deaths in Murder Rose, Clay, look into his death too, because they said it was a heart attack from what Murder Rose told me the last time, I was over there. But it won't a normal heart attack, okay? And it won't a normal heart attack. And it won't a normal heart attack. So y'all need to look into Clay's death. I don't know if they were married. I know they were in a relationship for a very long time. Investigate Murder Rose in regards to Clay's death. Investigate Janice Marie Townsend, her death. Tyreek Taquan Rogers, his death. Investigate Murder Rose, her family. Mamie, her family. I don't know Mamie's real name. But there's I think one of Mamie's sons too is dead. So if you get up with Murder Rose, you can find out who Mamie is. I don't know Mamie's real name, but I know she got a brother named Corey, and she got a daughter named Jasmine. I can't call their last names right now. But if y'all look into them, y'all find out. I don't know Mamie's real name, but look into them, because they hit in my spirit for a reason. And I know when my intuition go off, it's going off for a reason. So look into them. Look into those people's deaths. These deaths are not ordinary deaths. And they do make human sacrifices. So that's what just came through. And I'm just a messenger. Okay?